What's up, guys? It's Jussie. Today, we'll be talking about Bruno Wu, a Nobel Prize winner with ahead-of-its-time companies like Giga Carbon Neutrality and Ideanomics. Have y'all heard of them? I know I haven't, but they both specialize in hydrogen-powered vehicles with zero emission and renewable energy. Oh, did I also forget? They also have smart contract financial systems. They're doing everything, it seems. Supposedly, these companies are more technologically capable than industry leaders such as BMW and Toyota. Really? Both longtime players and well-known throughout the world. But by the looks of their internal company overview, consisting of 56 pages, they don't seem as ahead or advanced as they claim to be. Ideonomics, which was listed on NASDAQ, was recently delisted, while Giga Carbon Neutrality emerged to take its place. The similarities of these companies involve a CCP agent employing the green energy lore, preying on the woke investors by utilizing these fake companies similar to Nikola Motors. But who is this CCP agent? Well, as we mentioned before, his name is Bruno Wu. He's not only a registered Chinese officer in America, but he's also known as the invisible Chinese hand on Wall Street. His economic infiltration with the intent to disrupt and defraud American investors are through such companies like Giga Carbon Neutrality and Ideanomics. Bruno Wu Zheng, born in Shanghai in 1966, is quite the big shot in the media world. Forbes even slapped a $1 billion tag on his family's worth in 2016. Not too shabby, huh? He's got a bunch of fancy degrees under his belt. He studied at the University of Savoy in France, got a business degree from Culver Stockton College in Missouri, a master's from Washington University in St. Louis, and even a PhD from Fudan University in China. Professionally, he's been a key player in several companies. He was the co-boss of Sina and the head honcho of Sun Media Group. He even had a stint as the COO of Asia Television. But the real kicker, his 12.7 billion China Wood project in Tianjin. It's set to be China's biggest film and media hub. But wait, there's more. He's also the brains behind Ideanomics, a global company focused on facilitating the adoption of commercial electric vehicles and developing next-generation financial services and fintech products. It's got everything: finance, tech, creative companies, film financing, 3D conversion, you name it. But there is a saying that all that glitters is not gold. And it seems that Bruno Wu, the founder of Ideanomics, may not be as he appears. So let's get into the details. First, let's look at the Foreign Agent Registration Act, a vital US law that mandates individuals and organizations representing foreign interests to disclose their activities. This ensures transparency, safeguarding our understanding of foreign attempts to influence our policies. Agents are required to register, report their actions, and disclose their connections. This law is crucial in upholding the autonomy of our politics and economy. Wait a minute! Breaking news! It seems that Bruno Wu, the founder of Ideanomics, is a registered agent of the Chinese Communist Party. Here, take a look at this document. See the name Bruno Wu clearly mentioned on this FARA file, and his signature at the bottom? It unequivocally indicates that Bruno is part of a larger entity, prompting significant concerns about his true intentions and allegiances. From April 5th to April 19th, Ideanomics stock price was really low, like below 10 cents low. Like, man, this stuff is cheaper than a small Slurpee from a 7-Eleven. On April 20th, 2023, NASDAQ, which is one of the biggest stock exchanges, had a rule: keep your stock at $1 or above. But Ideanomics, they simply couldn't keep up, receiving a stern warning from NASDAQ on April 20th. Now here's where it gets spicy. Ideanomics had made a promise to an investment fund, the Minority Depository Institution Keepers Fund. Their commitment was to contribute regular payments. But guess what? They missed 2 payments, each worth $250,000. Well, folks, we're practically placing bets that Ideanomics stock price would keep dropping. It's like the CEO of OceanGate, knowing the sub was engineered to subpar standards, yet still taking it to depths outside of its capacity. As a result, it implodes. On top of that, as of May 31st, 2023, 13.3% of IDEX shares were shorted. High short interest is often a signal that investors can expect the stock prices to fall, and it can cause increased volatility. This scenario puts further doubt into investors' minds and starts to show the fraudulent nature of the company. To make matters worse, independent directors of the company, Jerry Fan, quit on April 29th. The NASDAQ requires that there be 3 independent directors in a company. Ideanomics was scrambling to find someone else before the clock ran out, but this added more problems to the pile. By June 13th, 2023, Ideanomics stock was down over 35% year to date and a staggering 95% in the past 5 years. These statistics paint a grim picture of the company's performance and are a clear indicator of the loss endured by investors who had put their faith in Ideanomics. Finally, NASDAQ had enough. On April 21st, they showed Ideanomics the exit door. Just a couple of weeks later, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, another similar Chinese company called Giga Carbon Neutrality emerged. But for those who invested in Ideonomics, their Superman had turned out to be a villain. Meet Giga Carbon Neutrality Incorporated, the energy tech company that's mastered the art of making the impossible seem, well, still impossible, but with a snazzy PowerPoint presentation and lots of impressive sounding jargon. Their supposed confidential internal company overview doesn't seem to reinforce any confidence either. The board of directors comprises individuals with backgrounds unrelated to the industry, such as police commissioners and other seemingly random selections. Interestingly, the company is led by Chinese executives, while non-Asian representatives are presented as the face of the company. This raises questions about the company's transparency. But let's take a second to talk about their beautiful 3D renders. Because who needs boring old real-world evidence when you can have shiny digital graphics that look like they've been lifted straight from a sci-fi movie? I mean, reality's so 2023, isn't it? And then there's the claim that their trucks can pull up to 49 tons, just a casual 9 tons more than your average diesel 18-wheeler. Seems pretty legit, right? After all, they've got a prototype somewhere in China. But who needs public testing or third-party verification when you've got audacity and some balls? GCN claims their hydrogen engines have 0 emissions. However, other companies like BMW and Toyota, who have proven track records in this field, tell a very different story. Also, let's not forget about their revolutionary take on proton exchange membrane fuel cells. Who knew that they created hydrogen? Oh wait, they don't. But why let a little thing like scientific accuracy get in the way of a good story? Apparently, these fuel cells are just shy little things that prefer to work their magic behind the scenes, splitting hydrogen atoms into protons and electrons to generate electricity, not producing hydrogen. But who are we to argue with such a creative interpretation of the facts? Finally, we come to GCN's groundbreaking financial system, a blockchain platform with a 5-point contact. Because who has time for boring, established protocols like proof of stake or proof of work? Sometimes you just have to break the mold. And all the rules of the technology you're using. NFTs. So there you have it, folks. Giga Carbon Neutrality Incorporated, where reality meets fiction, and scientific accuracy is optional. Remember, in the world of green energy, it's always important to separate the wheat from the chaff, or in this case, the actual science from science fiction. Well, folks, there you have it. We've ventured deep into the murky waters of political intrigue, and we've surfaced with quite a tale to tell. Bruno Wu, the billionaire CCP agent, has shown us that in this fast-paced world of green energy and technology, not everything that glitters is gold. Sometimes it's just a poorly crafted tinfoil hat. Ideanomics, with its catchy name and budget-friendly stock price that rivaled a cheap 7-Eleven slushie, was quite the charmer. However, it quickly became apparent that the only thing greener than their green technologies was the cash they were rapidly incinerating. Wu masterfully inverted the quintessential American dream of multiplying riches, transforming each invested dollar into a measly dime. As a result, Ideanomics served as more than just a lesson in market volatility. It morphed into a case study of what happens when unchecked ambition leaves accountability in the dust. Then, like clockwork, Giga carbon neutrality stepped in. Yet, despite its high-tech jargon and impressive PowerPoint presentations, the company's claims came up short. I mean, hey, who needs rigorous scientific validation when you've got a PowerPoint full of 3D renders, right? Moreover, the claim that their hydrogen engines have zero emissions? Because it seems that BMW and Toyota didn't get that memo. Perhaps they were too busy actually researching and developing real working technology. And let's not forget the groundbreaking financial system, a blockchain platform with a 5-point contact. Because why stick to proven protocols when you can throw in a bunch of complex sounding terms and make your own rules? So my friends, remember to keep your eyes open in the world of green energy. Make sure you're investing in more than just beautifully crafted fiction and unattainable promises. And for you, Bruno Wu, and your gang of thieves, let's hope your next venture is a bit more, shall we say, substantial. After all, as we've learned today, a fancy PowerPoint and a clever company name can take you quite far. But at the end of the day, you can't fool everyone all the time. Stay sharp, stay informed, and remember, real change doesn't come from empty promises, but from actual, tangible action. In conclusion, we need to recognize the difference between substantial contributions to the green energy sector and well-dressed illusions. Investing in the right place isn't just about the returns. It's about creating a sustainable future. Until next time, this is Jussi, encouraging you to stay sharp, stay informed, and invest wisely, because when it comes to your hard-earned money, every investment should count. As always, Jussi out!